Waiting. There we go. And we're live. Okay, good. What's up, Miss Tracy?
Thank you, John, for having me. I'm so excited about tonight. I can't wait to get canceled in all different ways.
Me too. It's always fun. It's like a game.
It is a game.
Let's wait to get canceled and see.
Like how could this be worse? That's what the game. I think that's what we do. It's like, how could this be worse? Every time you ask me to go live, you're a dear friend of mine. I absolutely love you, and I think this is a bad idea. So let's do this.
Thank you for your undying support.
Thanks for having me.
Being a glutton for punishment and a real life sadist. So thank you so much, Tracy, for being here. Just to fill everybody in real quick. Me and Tracy had this delightful conversation last night about people on OnlyFans and the cast. And I said, why not share this with the world?
Right.
I think the people should know our thoughts. So here we are. So I'm going to let the room load. I'm going to start the clock and then we're going to get into it.
Okay. What game show are we doing first? What game are we doing? Can I do
maybe password? The password is
all right,
cool. So let's get into it. All right.
Okay, I'm into it.
Okay, so now that the clock is run down, we were talking last night about cast members on OnlyFans, and there was this, I guess, a Reddit sub that kind of put like a lot of it out there.
Yeah, for sure. Too much of it. So I'm fairly, not that I'm new to Reddit, I just don't understand how it works a lot.
Same.
It's very confusing. I think it's for the young kids.
Yes, it's very anonymous on Reddit.
I don't understand it a lot. So my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog from 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, she was like, Tracy, did you see this thread? And I was like, no. I mean, why would I see that? Turns out a lot of the OnlyFans have been leaked. Now, John, before we get into this, I just want to say, we do not advocate not supporting people directly on OnlyFans. Correct.
We want everybody to, pay the subscription for the people.
Yeah, pay the subscription and use this as a little bit, maybe even as an advertisement.
Right. Pay for, they're putting themselves out there in every way that
literally,
literally, figuratively. So, I mean, let's not take away. I don't want anybody to, leak their stuff without getting paid because they're working hard.
Yeah, I mean, listen, honestly, the thread should be deleted. It's not right. But here we are.
And we're talking about it. So thank you for the material.
Of course.
Because without that, we wouldn't be doing this live. So
that's right.
Here we are. And Tracy, who are you and how can people find you? Just before we start.
John, who are you? First of all, you're getting a little defensive. Who are you? I'm not going to repeat it a lot because I will say that I've been in some videos with you and we have this running joke about that you really try to promote me a lot. And it's I adore you and I appreciate it. People don't get the joke.
They don't. They're like, why does he keep promoting her every 5 minutes? But
it's just a joke. It's just a joke.
But where do we find you again?
So my name is Tracey Carnazzo. I'm a stand-up comedian in New York City, and I have 3 different podcasts. I have 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, which is how I met you, John. I have Catfish Trash Talk, and I have Teen Mom Trash Talk. We just have a lot of fun.
All very successful podcasts.
All super successful and co-hosted by my best friend and co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog,
And Noelle is also a caterer in case, if to meet your dietary needs.
She's been slowing down in the catering and she's been more podcasting.
Okay. Well, the food looks delicious.
It is. So everything's delicious.
Tracy's been around for a bit. She has a lot of connections, especially if you guys love Teen Mom. Tracy is your girl. She knows.
I'm the Teen Mom girl.
Everything there is to know about Teen Mom.
Is that a brag? Should we tell people that?
Well, I mean, it's been better. It's been around longer than 90 Day.
Right. I know. I'm just saying, to brag about knowing everything about Teen Mom is a little bit embarrassing.
But then Okay.
It kind of is.
Cody knows. He knows what's going on here. Things are rough. Just don't judge me on it. I'm a better person than you think I am.
So am I. And we're gonna keep playing that.
That's what we tell them.
We're good people despite what we say.
Yes.
And who, you know.
And also, we don't mean like we're just making it silly.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Yeah, we are though.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, we are just making it silly. Imagine they quote me in like OK magazine. They're like, podcaster Tracey Carnazzo says, quote, they're just making it silly.
Why did you pick OK magazine?
I don't know. I always say that.
No, like
people. What are the magazines that usually write you up?
In Touch or, you know.
Hey, In Touch Weekly. My name is Tracey Carnazzo. I'm a podcaster. I don't know. They always call us bloggers, and it's very funny to me because it's like, I don't have a blog.
Well, I don't have a blog either.
I know, and that's why I call you a celebrity specialist.
I like that title better. I'm gonna make like business cards, like, you know, John Yates,
celebrity specialist. If you need your celebrity detail,
and it has to be a black card with just your name.
Yeah, just a name and celebrity spit, like no phone numbers, no links, like very.
If you know, you know.
Like, you know, here's my card. It's very like
know.
low key, like, you know.
I like that. It's also made of titanium.
Yes. Because, you know, I could afford that.
Perfect.
We're rolling deep.
You have to swipe the card to get into the club.
So, as for OnlyFans, we were having a very spirited conversation last night.
Yeah,
about
a little
some
bit.
cast members. So if I had to buy you like a gift card to like OnlyFans, like if I had to pick, you know, a male and a female that you'd want to see, who would you pick?
Okay, so here's the thing. We talked about it. I know you're trying to out me, John, and I'm going to out myself. Okay. You can't out me, John, because
You sure about that?
I'm all telling. Okay. I don't care. I saw something that was eye-catching, if you will. I thought that Paul was a surprising OnlyFans member.
He was. I will give you that to you because, you know, Paul in the past has said multiple times that he is not well endowed.
Right. And then he maybe made a little fib.
And now you're, you know.
We're all intrigued. Listen, John. Okay, well, first of all, I'd like to say this. I want to see everyone naked all the time. Not in like a gross way, but like, I'll take a look.
Like just like not in a gross way, like you know, like spirited, like, you know, like a boudoir type of thing. Like how would you just?
I'll look. I'm not the person that's like, oh, gross. She's like, I don't care.
So you're good. So anybody on the show, you'd be
anyone, anywhere.
Anybody. Anyone in the world.
It's curiosity. Like I think that everyone could really kind of relate to the curiosity of it. And I think that is probably what fuels the OnlyFans more than like, you know, the porn aspect of it. I think that it's a lot of curiosity.
Okay.
That's why I think like they should have like the naked of like the like Olympics and stuff like that here, like in America.
Yeah, I mean, there are naked comedy shows.
Are there? Were you a part of any?
I was not. I know you're shocked.
Oh, darn.
But I was not. You know, maybe.
Where might we catch like one of these like naked comedy shows?
I don't know like what's going on right now after COVID, but I know that this festival called Skankfest. I know it's very classic. I watched a naked roast battle.
Is that like on Comedy Central?
So it's like roast battle on Comedy Central, only everyone's naked. And I got to tell you, there were some pretty big comedians, not big, but you know, pretty popular comedians in it.
And what network might this be on?
No, it's definitely not on TV, but I saw it live. I've seen a lot of comics naked. Let's just say that.
Is that like a Coachella type thing? Like where like you're in like the woods?
It's just a comedy festival. No, you're in Long Island City.
Oh, so Queens. Okay, so
you're in Queens. That's where you see naked comics, Queens.
Did they just like in like an old like I see like an old abandoned like warehouse.
Yes, you know. That's exactly where they had it one year. So they're having another one in Texas actually, and I don't know if they're going to have the naked roast battle, but if you live in Texas, check out Skankfest.
Bigger in Texas.
I mean,
everything is bigger in Texas. They say that. That's a thing.
I hope so. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's like no one wants to see that, but you can't look away.
So is the roast battle like
So you roast each other, but you're also naked. So imagine how embarrassing it is and how scary it is to do a roast battle with a real like sharp-tongued comedian. So these are comedians battling against each other. They're naked, and also the judges are naked just for the fun of it.
Oh, and the audience?
The audience is not naked, thank God.
But can they be naked if they chose to be?
Okay, so now, no, maybe, but like also who's throwing you out? You just say you're on the show. Like, I don't think it's encouraged, but I don't think, you know. So, but what I'm trying to say is like, I'll take a look.
Right. Yeah, I think everybody would.
I'll take a look.
I'll be taking a lot of photos.
I would like to I want to see what else is going on with Paul. I'm just curious about his life, really. And then I would also, I don't know, I think that Jess has a pretty good OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Colt X.
I also believe that Colt's on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
I mean, that was prior to him being married to Vanessa. I don't know if he's still on OnlyFans as we speak.
Okay, so that is proof.
No,
that
so Linda writes
about curiosity.
Basically, like, I don't know if we could say if we could say the P word.
All it is it is a paywall. That's all OnlyFans is. You could do whatever you want on OnlyFans. It is a paywall.
Right. So, on that Reddit thread that we were looking at yesterday, we saw many cast members, some of which I used to be friends with. I saw Ashley doing things that
nobody wanted to see.
I might have liked.
Well, that's okay. So Cody said something that no one wanted to see. That's not true because people are subscribed.
You're right.
And the funny thing about the show is that, like, it's, and we were talking about this last night, is that, like, 95% of my following is women.
Yeah.
So you would think that, like, women from the show on OnlyFans wouldn't have, because
women are not usually into that kind of stuff. But again, curiosity, number one. And number two, and what I was talking about was, you might have a lot of women fans because I think that women like try to stay up on the gossip, but with every woman fan, there's a man sitting next to her watching 90 Day Fiance with her, because how many people, I talk to so many guys and they're like, yeah, once in a while, like I catch 90 Day when my wife's watching, and I'm like, and then all of a sudden they're like, anyway, did you see what happened season 7? And you're like, oh, okay. Everyone is a secret 90 Day fan.
Right. So, okay. So we saw Ashley
right now,
we saw Ashley. I will tell you who I was most surprised about. I think that, I was most surprised about so many people. I know Paul
had you,
No. Yeah, but I knew he had the OnlyFans. I'm talking about surprised that they even had one. I think that I was surprised to see Libby's sisters. They were exposed. Her beaver, but also let's just say it like this. If they were pregnant, you could have seen the head. Like if they were crowning, you would have known.
Anastasia Beaver House.
There was like a thing like that, when Karina gave birth to the second child, like he was going to do like the live birth on.
Okay, see that I would have been interested in because I love a good live birth.
Right. So, I mean, you would have seen like, all of that happening. And I think OnlyFans
that would have been amazing.
Paul a message like, hi, you can't do that on OnlyFans. Like, save that for like Nat Geo. That's not what this is for.
No, but see, that's the beauty of OnlyFans. Is what isn't it for?
I mean, I had an OnlyFans account, but I was posting stuff like.
But that's so exactly. So if you don't want to see Karini give birth, then guess what? Don't pay for it.
And some are more candid than others. Like with Karini, I remember that she made a post on OnlyFans that other people posted saying that she had like a strap on and it was very big. It was very, and veiny.
Veiny. Well, I mean, she's trying to recreate Paul.
Right. So it was like one of them, like really big veiny ones, you know, like just veins all over.
Right.
What was she doing with
like a lobster, not a shrimp.
Right. And she was saying that she was going to use that to penetrate.
Fun.
Okay.
If that's the word, Paul.
Right. Like Peggy, like Aunt Peggy. Yeah.
Right. Because he already walks funny, so why not add?
Okay. Well, this explains why he might walk funny.
That actually it might. So that might be behind it. And this strappy Ani.
Right.
There was no mess.
It's like a belt. It's like a belt.
Well, it's a belt, but then it like, you know, if it was,
I think everyone gets it.
It would like come up to here, like, you know,
Right.
It's like,
right.
And it was curved and veiny. So, you know, she was saying that she was gonna do, you know, I think Karini is more candid about her OnlyFans with Paul than others. I think some are try to be more tasteful.
Well, I mean, listen, tasteful is objective. I think that also depending on your body. So this is something that we could talk about. I think that people with like maybe smaller breasts and smaller butts might be naked, and it's like, oh well, that's tasteful. That's not pornographic, right? But then you see someone who's a little bit curvier, and it's like, oh well, that's inappropriate. But I mean, I think that we just do that as a society. So I think that, you know, tasteful, sure. I mean, some people were letting us give them a pregnancy check.
Right. Like I saw like, you know, Evelyn's photos, and I thought, you know, that's stuff that you could see, like, you know.
Right. But Evelyn's photos also were taken to what
I have literally tears. Too much veiny. Thank you.
It looked like
it was very veiny.
Right.
I would show you the pic, but then I would get like kicked off.
No. Don't show it. But also I think that hers were taken by a photographer.
And they were like, you know, yeah, they looked like they were professionally done. And we had a good point. Who was it? Was it Ashley that we were saying last night that like, who's taking these?
Okay, so that's the whole thing, right? So you're showing me a lot of yourself, right? Just some private areas of yourself.
Right.
Which is, again, fine, not judging. Who is taking this photo?
Because some of them, like you see them in the mirror with the phone in the hand, and like
right, and you're like, okay, that's a selfie, right? But then sometimes it's just not.
And like, you know, it's late at night, and who is taking that photo of you, like, you know,
maybe the dog
inside your vagina? Who's doing that?
The dog, maybe. I don't know. The milkman. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. That's.
I you know, and we saw like a lot last night. I'm like, wow.
I think that the quality of the photos also dictates on what's going on. I was also surprised to see Nicole recently split from Azan. She just did the selfie. It looks like she took this picture on maybe a Nextel i90.
Oh wow, that's like some primitive.
Well, I do have to say,
it might as well have been an abacus.
She reminded me that I had to pick up milk, so I definitely got my milk today. So
Cody got thirsty when he saw her. I get it. It was a lot. It was a lot. But again, it's just like Nicole. Nicole, she's not good at following through. She's not good. You know, she's just a little bit. I don't know.
Well, in Nicole's defense, I did ask her because I'm
what are you saying?
Well, there is a naked pic of you floating around. I thought maybe Azan would have linked, because as far as I know, I don't think Nicole is on OnlyFans.
Okay, so that might have just been like a rando naked.
So, but Nicole said that wasn't her. In Nicole's defense, I have to say that.
Okay, I mean, it
was very, very.
Allegedly, it looks like her.
Right.
It did look like her.
Allegedly.
I'm laughing at the tampon. All right, so you know, then there's Libby. Like, you know.
Okay, I want to talk about Libby's picture. I will say,
is it the one with the tampon string hanging out?
I still didn't even see
the alleged tampon string hanging out.
I didn't see that one, John. What I did see, I saw an entire Photoshop butt.
She did.
She was sucking in so hard that I was concerned she had punctured a lung or maybe even removed. What is happening? Just
You could see
Libby,
all the
listen,
organs.
she's got a hot bod. Why are we trying to suck in so much? I see girls
think
do
she
this
has
all the
to
time.
compete with her sisters, and because like
She has a different body shape.
all the podcasts are on the OnlyFans. So like
I know, and it's like, how do you outbox your sister? I think that's what's happening.
And imagine like like they were sitting around the table like eating like Sunday dinner,
Dad,
or like
oh
Thanksgiving,
my God.
like
Let
pass
me tell
the
you,
turkey, give me some like cranberry sauce.
and
Oh,
then
by the way,
the turkey triggers you because the stuffing is just coming out of it.
like my lips look a little bit fatter than yours.
Right.
And
Chuck is like, I will not have you guys fighting about the family business.
Right.
That's the real family business.
I think that might be the real family business now, because that's the family business.
Carly's wife has one.
Oh yeah. And she just looks weird to me. She kind of has. She doesn't
look very nice. As a nice. I'm not saying that she doesn't like her body doesn't look nice. I don't think she looks like a nice person.
I don't think she is a nice person. I don't think any of them are really nice.
You don't think that marrying Charlie was a good idea?
What, brah? What you say, brah?
Yo,
Bruh.
Andre.
Brah.
He ruined my whole family.
Brah.
He's the worst. It's like he made everyone love Andre.
Brah. And I like Charlie. I think at times he's kind of fun. Like, when he gave the drunk speech last year.
Fun for who though? Like for us
fun for me to watch it. That was amazing.
Right. But also he tries to make the drunk speech everywhere they go now.
Like at Aunt Sue's house.
And, you know what? F Aunt Sue.
Aunt Sue is like, she was like, oh, come into my house.
Yeah. Oh,
I made some gingerbread cookies.
Yeah, I made some gingerbread cookies. Also, I think that I hate foreigners. Right? It's like, what are you doing, Aunt Sue? She's like, I don't like that my brother had to pay for the wedding. And it's like, well, guess what? You don't have to like it. You're not married to your brother, are you?
I've heard good things and bad things about you, my child. By the way, how could you ask my brother for $100,000? Oh.
There definitely are families like that. I will tell you that. I
think Aunt Sue had like a bad night at bingo. And
then did you see Grandpa just in the back? He was like, why am I here?
But Grandpa was like only 5 oxygen tanks. Like he was like, there in
spirit. But no one acknowledges that he's there either.
And then he gets up and says, you gotta start from the bottom. And then even the grandpa was like family business.
Okay, but he says you have to start from the bottom. When your father was banished to Florida, I gave him a ton of money. And it's like, oh. And then he's like, oh, was that? No, I don't. Okay, never mind about the point.
Those tanks were CBD tanks.
You know what I'm waiting for? Aunt Sue's OnlyFans appearance, because there's got to be a market for that.
I want to see Chuck.
The whole well, Chuck slid into Emily Lorena's DMs like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the night.
Well, that doesn't seem weird, so that's good.
Well, maybe he wanted her in the family business. I don't know, but
he's like, you want to check out my family business?
Yeah. And like Emily told me that it was on Facebook, and he was, when like you watch somebody's story and you could like message them from the story. So
he was replying to her story.
A selfie of Emily by herself, and then like he sent her a message from. He's like, "Hey, how do we have so many followers in common?"
Oh, I saw that, and it's like we're on the same show. We're on the same show.
Very smooth. That was smooth, as smooth as Aunt Sue. And, they're brother and sister. So,
hey, Alec Baldwin, I heard that we live in the same state. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Like, it would have been better if like they walked in and Aunt Sue was like in a rocking chair, like crocheting, like working the needles. You know what I mean? Like, oh, hello, Andre.
She's gonna have to double fist it on OnlyFans. I'll tell you that.
So yeah, Aunt Sue was a real winner. And I did feel bad for Andre, but then again, I don't believe anything that they say. Also,
no, I don't believe anything. Also, another really good OnlyFans picture, Collini.
Yeah. Kalini's.
Kalini came through with the content.
What,
I mean,
her watermelon titties.
Yeah. Yeah.
She. I mean.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Literally. Yes.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the watermelon titties are like, you know.
Listen, there's a seat for every ass, Cody. Don't yuck someone's yum.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying they're not for me.
They're not Cody's.
Oh, okay. They're not for you.
And listen, if
I
they're
think
big
we've
to fit in my
realized
mouth,
that they
then
might.
It's a waste.
I think we've realized that they're not for you.
Other surprises. Oh, Rebecca is new to OnlyFans now. We got to saw. I don't even know because like
he's getting upset. He's getting upset. That's why he's.
I'm revisualizing it in my head.
Yeah, Rebecca. I don't know what's going on with her. Sometimes I worry about her. I think she's having a breakdown. I think that I don't know. Listen, who am I?
I think that she's upset that she got allegedly fired from Joella's for like giving Ziad chicken at the back door.
Oh, is that what they did?
Oh, I don't know, but they filmed Rebecca giving bagfuls of chicken to Ziad, she's like, meet me. You know, we worked in restaurants. We know how the back door works. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's usually for a lot of illegal activity too.
She's the manager, and you know the manager's like, you don't have to bring anything in. Like, oh, make me like 5 pounds of chicken,
right,
on the fly.
Well, you don't really say that to the manager. You usually say that to the expo guy.
Well, the manager says that's like the manager will say that's like the line cooks.
Yes.
So
I'm saying it, from her because she's the manager. Yes.
So there's nothing being rung in, and then all of a sudden you see like Ziad waiting at the back door. Like, and then Rebecca comes out like 2 like giant like shopping bags full of chicken. Like, here you go. And then all of a sudden, like the next week, Rebecca's like, "Oh, I don't work there anymore."
Right. I mean, what a way to get fired for being on the television.
And I was like, "Oh, good for her for like still working." That was like
for sure. I'm just worried that Rebecca is trying to change herself, like very extremely. When it's like, he likes you for like you. He saw you with his eyes and he liked you. I mean, listen, he saw you through filters. You showed up looking like not like the filters, and he still accepted you. He still
even when he had like the prints out of the filter on the shirt.
That's how embarrassing. It's like, oh.
Like, and then she has to walk up and see like her face from like 20 years ago.
She's like, oh, that was 3 weeks ago. That was a different time.
Oh, I'm just tired from flying. I didn't put my makeup on yet.
I feel like she just needs to lean into who she is instead of trying to change this. And it's like the obsession with youth. He likes you. He married you.
Isn't he in his 20s still?
He married her, knowing how old she is.
And now they're here in Georgia. I mean, I don't know how much chicken they're currently eating because, again, she's no longer
she got the chicken hook got cut off.
But fun fact about Rebecca, she has both her nipples pierced.
Yeah.
And I just want to actually elaborate on that because I'm glad John said that because I was waiting for y'all to get finished because I wanted to say this. I was a little disappointed that she had just the little teeny tiny like barbs.
Oh my God,
okay.
Did he want what did you want? You wanted like door knockers?
Yes. Yes. She should have had like swing sets like on them or something. Like, come on. Like I was like, wait, what? Like that's what like a 15-year-old girl like gets like pierced.
I mean, she is a woman, so like, they should be like door knocker-esque.
Right, but here's the thing: when you're working now, John, again, you worked in restaurants. I worked in restaurants. You're not really supposed to wear a lot of jewelry, and I never really understood that until when I was in culinary school. They said you can't wear a bracelet, you can't wear a ring, and I wore my bracelet one day. It heated up over the stove and burnt me in the wrist. So maybe, because I do think that maybe she cooks at Joyella's sometimes, and maybe she's a little bit, topless.
Well, maybe
so you get hot tits.
Or, maybe
that's a hot time.
Maybe she was like just dropping all that chicken into the deep fryer herself to enable to like, get it out.
And then she was pulling it out with the rings.
It was like a Mrs. Doubtfire moment, like where she was like taking like the pots. Like,
that's what I mean. You can't have too many dangling things.
So she got a new makeover. She has new hair.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with her. That's the whole thing. I just didn't think there was anything wrong with her.
No, she's a
I think her darker hair looks better.
Sure, without the extensions.
Right.
Yeah.
But she, then she was like, oh, Ziad might want to have kids, but didn't you know that like when you first started talking to him?
But how old's Rebecca?
She's past the point of
no return.
Of
no return.
I don't think she's got any eggs left in that carton. I don't think.
Do you think that maybe she could ask Skyla to tote one?
Well, it didn't work out for Skyla when Angela asked.
Yeah, but that's different.
I doubt that Rebecca is going to be able to convince her to.
Maybe Aunt Lydia.
Well, you don't want Satan spawn either. So,
I mean,
it is what it is. I mean, there's only so many ways you can go. But I
have a better chance of asking my cat to carry it.
Like, I'd have a better chance. I'll give you one of my eggs. How's that? There's a
you have the same amount. The same quality, too.
I'm going to flush my uterus out, and then we're going to, we'll do that.
It's just weird, but also at the same time, you're like, well, she should have known that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but I'm pretty sure she didn't lie about her age, and then they got married. And then all of a sudden, these guys are like, yeah, but I want to have a baby. And it's like, bro, I'm 84.
Bro,
I was.
And he's like, well, why can't we try?
Like, I threw like the heart of the ocean back into the water. I don't know. I'm that lady. So.
Right.
But when
I lost my necklace on the Titanic, and you're asking me
I hope you
to have a baby? Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca's 50. Nothing wrong with being 50. I got to tell you, I think she looks great.
I'll be 50 in 8 years. I'm not dogging 50 at all.
No way. But you can't have a baby.
And that's that. So now she's like,
that's not any just can't. You just can't. You just can't have a baby.
So maybe your daughter, maybe Rebecca's daughter.
Oh, Rebecca's daughter is probably like, I had to drive you to the airport. I had to have dinner. You attacked one of my friends, and now I got to have your baby?
Right.
I am your baby.
And don't forget, like, there's like no more fried chicken going around either.
No more fried chicken. No one's got a job. Ziad is laying on the floor in a warehouse because she's like, listen, if you want a couch, you got to build the couch out of chicken.
Yeah, and like there's no coleslaw sides.
You can do so many things with those chicken bones.
Yeah. So all right. So going back to OnlyFans. So looking at this thread that we saw last night, I was like a little disappointed that they only showed the females and not the males. Like, I want to know.
Okay, here we are in misogynistic America.
Well, like, I think that's racist.
That's
why just show the females? And
why? Clearly that's racist.
It's very racist.
Why are we not showing the males? And I'm going to tell you why. Most people don't want to see it. Getting a random. I am a female. I do.
Are
I know
you
you guys.
sure?
I feel it. I do get.
I just don't want backlash coming to you.
No, I know. Right now, as of the time of recording, I get men that send me inappropriate pictures. Like I said, I will take a look, but it is definitely jarring.
Like jarring, like at the angles, or jarring, like
they're like the size of a jar.
Like jarring.
No, like a little off. I'll take a look, but it's off-putting.
Okay, so like last night, like I'm like, okay, well, Andre. The only 3 male cast members I could think of that has OnlyFans is, well, there's Andre,
Colt,
Corey.
What do you think Colt does on his OnlyFans? Explain it in detail.
I did see one of Colt's OnlyFans posts, and he was laying.
Cody's not well.
Oh, Colt's OnlyFans is free.
Yeah. Well, what?
Try before you
be free.
So everybody, if you want to give Colt's OnlyFans a look at, it's free. I did see, he had the red.
Oh, Tim has one. Corey has one.
Wait, Tim has one.
Tim has one. Someone said Brown Frown said Tim.
Wait, Tim, the one who
I'm sure with Jennifer.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah.
isn't that?
Tiny Tim?
No, Tim, the one with Jennifer.
The Tiny Tim.
I'm
Tim.
assuming that. I don't know.
I didn't know that. So we were looking.
I might have made that up though, because I'm just reading it off
Tim.
of
I guess Tim has one. Well, no, actually, we've already seen Colt. If you've been following the show for years, enough people have seen what Colt's working with.
Yes.
Over the years,
My toenails
everybody's seen.
Are bigger.
Like my cat knows.
What? Okay, but what exactly is going on down there? It looks like maybe he put a firecracker in his pocket and it went off.
All the ladies go crazy over it. So.
It was. I don't know, but 4th of July is very triggering for him.
So I Googled, here, let me look it from last night. Andre, because Andre Castor at OnlyFans, so it brings you to his page, right? And then he's like a teaser. So here are some of his posts, but it doesn't show anything. So I feel like Andre doesn't give you anything.
Right. Andre is a tease. He probably I bet you anything. A lot of these guys, they do like the outline of their,
a silhouette.
Saloon. Yeah, that is a very fancy way.
You're welcome.
The silhouette of a man in a gray sweatpants.
So sexy when she says it.
So let me just read some of Andre's captions, and again, it doesn't show the picture because you have to pay for it.
Right.
So Andre on May 21st says, "Play with me." And then on March 26th, chest and shoulders. But we already see your chest and shoulders on Instagram.
Yeah, that's
all the
great.
time.
Also, we see them with our eyes because they're just, yeah.
Andre on March 12th, mirror, mirror on the wall. What does that mean?
That means that
it's probably like a mirror selfie.
Andre on March 6th, hairy or not? That is the question. Then Andre on February 17th, thinking. So it's a picture of him like this.
It's probably like,
he might shave his pubes, or maybe he'll keep them. Who knows?
No one knows.
Oh, Andre on January 29th for my feet freaks. So maybe he put some pictures of his feet out there, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
And then on January 25th, have to get up, smiley face. What does that mean?
Oh, he's definitely in bed.
He's
pretending, yeah.
Oh, again, January, another foot post. So I think Andre,
because a lot of guys like these feet posts, because I think that a lot of men,
he reuses the same captions. Again, I'm sorry to cut you up, but December 28th, mirror, mirror on the wall. Again, really? You're not.
Because he's taking another selfie.
He's like, I don't know. I've only seen one Disney movie. What do you want me to say? He should see what I really wanted to see on Andre's OnlyFans. This is what I would have paid for. I would have paid for watching maybe the behind the scenes of him going with Chuck to rent that RV. And they're like, okay, so we have 17 people we're going to put in this RV. And they're probably like, all right, sir, the one that you're looking at right now, it's for 5 people. And he's like, that's all we can afford. Let's get this one.
Well, don't forget, when they, went on the yacht for their 3-hour.
Oh, the yacht! What a yacht!
It looks like a minnow for their 3-hour tour, and Charlie wore his his boat clothes. He had a little sweater wrapped around him with his little collar.
They really tried. It was like trash trying to be classy on a boat. It was so they have all these little tours in New York City. You could pay $29 and you go around the Statue of Liberty on a fishing boat. That's what they did.
Right. And, they were they had to spread, they weren't popping Zimas, right. I'm sure they had a cooler full of Zimas.
Well, maybe this is what happened. Maybe they all were on the boat and they staged the whole thing. They were like, let's have a fight. And then also let's use the downstairs cabin. We can have Charlie take pictures of all of us naked.
And he could be the photographer.
Right.
Because, everybody in the family.
And he's like, Jen, you're up next, Jen. Becky, come on.
And Andre is like, Libby, suck into the break a rib. Oh, you know what I mean?
That was a good. Was he Australian in that one?
Somebody
yes, a little Crocodile Dundee on that one.
Good.
I'm just amazed at Andre. So Heidi said that he's limp. So Heidi, have you seen his posts? Like, does he show? I mean, like, why would you want to show it limp?
So he's a soft biscuit.
Like, why would you, if you're on OnlyFans,
limp?
why would you want to show it limp? Wouldn't you
because okay, this is probably what he did. It probably wasn't limp, and then he pretended it was because he wanted everyone to think that that's the size of it limp.
Oh, that could be a possibility.
For sure.
So yeah. So Andre, November 30th. Should I take it all off or what? Like
or what?
Well,
but at the same time, you know what? I can't even say that. If you're paying that much money.
Well, how much is this thing?
Whatever it is, but John, don't you get it? It's never the membership fee. It's always the unlocking after you're in.
Right. So it's $10 a month.
Right.
To just get access
to get access to nothing, to get access to his blog posts talking about the pictures. I'm telling you, that's what it is. I've heard.
And like, you don't get I'm sure you don't get the same tampon string hanging out of Andre as you would Libby. So
you never know, though. Maybe that is.
It might be the same one.
Maybe.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
Maybe.
Now that I would actually sign up to see.
Oh, and so Eric has an OnlyFans. Larissa has an OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah, but you didn't see Eric and Larissa.
No, but did you see them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Larissa.
Oh no! I mean, listen, we're not knocking anyone. These are just facts.
Yeah, just like Tracy said, we're not knocking anybody.
When that came out, like Eric was like, "Okay, let me show you the Eric face," because like Larissa was like, you saw them.
Guys, you see it here first. John's impression. People are going to start booking you on Cameo. They're like,
do the cameo. I could do a cameo of Eric banging Larissa.
Do the Eric face.
I got my dark wig, so I'm ready to go.
But it kind of made me feel like Eric was like always like had this in his mind because like Larissa's like
what?
And he's like just and like looking at the camera,
like he's like this
and winking at it, and that was like, and like Eric was like he's like, well, you might be famous from 90 Day Fiance, but I'm gonna be famous on this, so I'm like, and just like that, like typical,
yeah. Do you think that Eric exclusively dates women?
Well, he seemed to know the way around Larissa.
Well, I mean, he knows her well.
Well, he had his face.
They're really good friends.
So I'm sure
that is exactly how Eric looked. I'm not even lying. On all it's holy. Hands to God, that's exactly how it looked. But he was like very like he was ready. Like that was like his moment. You know,
it was his time to shine.
And then like even like that was just like the oral part of the evening, and then like the
speech. You mean
the
mm-hmm.
the entering?
Yeah,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was still like
he made a grand entrance. So basically, so here's the thing: it wasn't really about Larissa. He was just like, "Hey, listen. Can you take your clothes off and come near and just like scooch over a little bit because I need to take these selfies."
Well, like I've always said, like I made a post about this a long ago that like Andre is the type of guy that masturbates to his own pictures.
Yeah, for sure. Eric is too.
And Eric is right on board. Like he
mm-hmm.
I'm sure like when Eric rewatches those OnlyFans vids, he's just looking at himself.
He's probably like, "Oh man, remember when I meal prepped?
Yeah, like
when I made all that broccoli."
Yeah, so
all that broccoli at one time on the counter, and then I fed you a frittata. Remember that, Larissa? Remember?
But yeah,
that sounds like a good time.
If you ever get a chance to see that, it is. I kind of want to buy you a membership to them. So
yeah, I mean my
impersonation of it was spot fucking on.
Yeah, I mean I would love a membership, but actually I'm busy that day.
Oh, are you washing your hair?
I'm. It's my christening.
But that was Eric was like, just like the like that classic, like it was like very 80s, like
right,
like that type of stuff, and It was more like just Eric holding the phone and like looking at himself. Like,
but
wow.
that's what I'm saying. Like Larissa was just happened to be there, but it was really his selfie thing.
That was Eric's
moment. Yeah, he's like, just scooch over. Come on.
Yeah, you know.
We got to get you in too, or else all the guys aren't going to watch.
He tried to show off like his pretty blue eyes and like this and that and like whatever. But you know what? You don't see him when you're sitting on his face. So
much love to Larissa. But you know, hopefully you'll be, you know, maybe one day you can see it because that was the perfect.
Well, good. Listen, I just hope that this live encourages everyone to go to OnlyFans and choose your favorite 90-day cast member and
buy support.
Don't be a jerk. It's just support.
Yeah. It's like a free advertisement for all of them out there.
Listen, everyone has a budget for their entertainment, and I think that you know, we, as you know, whatever we do, give so much free entertainment. I don't know where John went. Is he gone? All right. Well, I guess
myself there.
It's the Tracy show, and I'm the star.
The OnlyFans police came and got me.
To that guy.
Eric just knocked on a door. He was like you know, like he was like, you know, what you were saying.
No, I don't know what I was saying because then I got really scared because it was just me. What was I saying?
I don't know.
You weren't listening to me. No one was listening to me.
I'm still like in like full like everybody.
And someone in the comments tell me what I was just saying before I got very scared and I thought the live was over and I was gonna have to carry this.
I kick myself out like on every live because I'm still not used to having a MacBook, and if you drag the mouse the wrong way, it punts you out. So that's why I always kick myself out of my own chats.
That's great
because it's like, you know, MacBooks. It's like, you know, there's no.
Listen, don't talk about the cult like that. You know, let's talk about that.
But everybody should support everyone's OnlyFans page. If you want to see, you know.
Yeah, go over there. Check it out.
I just signed up.
I think you might have to, if you want to see Eric's face, you know, subscribe to, I don't know.
If you want to see Karini's afterbirth.
You know where to go.
Check it out.
You know, if you want to see Ashley just going to town on herself.
I will say that it was very, and this is what I said last night, it was very, Ashley was recreating Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas single album cover.
And she had like the Santa hat on. I
don't know if she did or we just like, I feel like that's almost like, what's that thing where you remember something different?
A dream.
No, there's that thing. Come on, guys, in the comments. It's like everyone thinks that Morgan Freeman died years and years and years ago. The Mandela effect, where you just think that you remember something in a certain way, but it's not like that. I think that we pretended she had a Santa hat on.
Stacey said it. Stacey, the Mandela effect. There you go. Katie,
yes, thank you. Yep. That's what we did. That's what we did because I saw red lingerie, and then I was like, "Oh, she has a Santa hat on. Oh, she has on a Mrs. Claus outfit."
And it was like in front of the Christmas tree. Also, Libby in front of the Christmas tree. Like, you know, it's like the birth of Jesus. Like, thank you. Like, all I want for Christmas is
Colt.
So, you know.
God bless Colt. God bless everyone. I'm really happy that I'm here, that I'm sharing my life with you, John.
Right. And likewise. And, you know.
I want everyone to, so this is what I was saying. I was saying that you and I, we do so much for everyone for free. And I think that in your budget, you should have an entertainment budget. And part of that budget should be, you know, sending, what do they call it on YouTube? When someone sends you a tip?
Super chat.
Send super chats to John. I mean, listen, you're getting so much content for free. He doesn't even have a Patreon. I have a Patreon. You know what I mean? Like, we have different things and different ways that you can support. Go over to OnlyFans. It's part of your entertainment budget.
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's, you know, for $10, you can see, like, let me look at Corey's. I wouldn't mind seeing Corey. Let's see, Corey Rathburn. There he is. Corey is, he's $15 a month. I think Corey will give you more than Andre does.
Yeah, I feel like he will.
I do love Corey and Evelyn, though. So Then let's see, Colt. If you want men, Colt.
Now, why doesn't Ed have one? Because I feel like, not that I want to see it at all, but
you know you look though.
I'll take a look.
Of course, me too.
But I want to know why, because he seems like he has the personality that would need an OnlyFans page.
Oh, well, Colt is $25 a month. He
probably gives it all. He's probably like, you know what?
He's the most.
I'm gonna DM
far.
you. I'm gonna.
Of him.
If you give him your phone number on OnlyFans, he'll just send them right to you all the time, all day long.
Jen, thank you, Jen.
Oh, thanks, Jen. That's so nice.
But Colt, you know, and like look at like his captions: "Sun's out, guns out."
Okay, I feel like it's just the sun though.
On September 11th, he posted, "Stay thirsty, my friends." You know, I guess Colt is no longer free. Thank you, Jazz. So then September 10th, breakfast in bed. Well, Colt was really hitting it up in September. He kind of, anyone ready for a morning snack, he writes on September 8th.
It was probably raw meat from Debbie.
It was probably, and an apple. Like, you know, let's get all the food groups in there.
Yeah, that was what was up underneath the blanket.
Oh,
yes.
He gave a Labor Day special on September 7th. I mean,
nice.
And he's working with you guys. So, like, you guys should do that.
I don't hate. Listen, I gotta tell you, I don't hate him.
We don't hate him either.
I watched the Single Life reunion. Actually, the last episode of my podcast was what we did was we didn't watch the Single Life at all. We watched the two reunions and we recapped them because basically you get like the gist of the entire series.
The same exact thing that I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
so you're just trying to ride on my coattails. It's fine.
There's too many like different shows on that app, and like there's not.
Yeah. You just have to. You have to just sometimes just go right to the end.
Pick your battles.
We fast forwarded. He made a lot of sense on the tell-all.
Well, you know, he is married now. So there's an opening there's an opening.
Married now that you.
There's an opening.
The girl
listen, there's an opening for Mistress number 1 now. Down. So that's up. That's open.
Yes, I think that men like him most of the time, and I hope it's not true, but most of the time, what they do is they get married so they can cheat.
Colt has never had an issue getting girls, and he's got some pretty girls.
Yeah, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. I have to wrap it up.
Money.
We're actually. I can't believe we're almost
money.
So, thank you so much. I think we went through everybody. And you know, maybe for Christmas we'll be giving gag gifts for OnlyFans.
Mariah Carey albums.
That too.
Listen, guys, go over to OnlyFans.
And Tracy, one more time. Who are you?
One more time, I will tell
you.
My name is Tracey Carnazzo. I'm a stand-up comedian here in New York City, and I'm also a podcast host. I have 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk available everywhere you listen to podcasts, and also Teen Mom Trash Talk and the brand new Catfish Trash Talk. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you can go over to Trixie Tuzini, TRIXIE TUZZINI. It's right under my picture right there. Follow right there. Or you can go to TracyCarnazzo.com for my upcoming stand-up comedy dates. Thank you so much for listening.
Wait. I was in the bathroom. I missed it.
Weren't you on a Hulu special or something like that?
Oh, well, I made a very brief appearance. There's a wonderful little cameo, if you will. There's a wonderful documentary. It's available on Hulu. It was produced by FX, and it is called Hysterical. It's a documentary about female comics. And it's just wonderful. And you might see a little flash of me in there. So check it out. Thanks, John.
Flattered and honored to be in your presence.
Ooh, Dorothy, super sticker, baby. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, thank you, Dorothy.
Oh my God.
So my good friend Tracy, thank you for hopping on with me tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
I called her like 5 minutes before we went live. I'm like, hey, you want to go live?
And I said, yes. I said, actually, I'm very busy. Yes.
Well, I love you, my friend.
I love you too. Thank you for having me.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chats, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Much love to all of you, and please support the cast. They are working actors. Get their OnlyFans.
Yeah, do it.
They are up and down, working hard,
showing it all, bearing it all on reality TV and other planes. So there it is. So I wish you all, I bid you all a fond adieu, and everybody have a great night.
Okay, bye.